But when it comes to own compositions, you cannot improvise. You just compose and sing the way you composed it. So far I've written like 30 pieces of songs, recorded about 5, but not professionally. So I'm intending to record on a good studio soon. Produce more of them in a disc form. And well, maybe I want to also record some traditional songs too, because they are good and they have the message. But we also need to write translations as well and to sell them as poems. My biggest inspiration then used to come from the old people, the old Masese who used to play the instruments. And also from that rich oral tradition. We lived by, we lived with stories and songs and dance. So this is what interested me, because in a way, in my community, this instrument is inherited, but I did not inherit it. So it's from this inspiration that I had to, to keep learning until I got better. And then, after learning it, of course, new inspiration came in. No fighting poverty, no education, no miseducation. There's all these things, AIDS. So you get this urge that you need to say something, but how? You can't say in school with your, the rest of the students. You need a platform like on stage to say it.
When I see you are a very young man.
Yeah.
And these instruments are played by the older folk.
Yeah.
It's very encouraging to see young people doing this. The same thing, I'm asking this question because a lot of people look at us too as young folks that are playing this traditional music.
Yeah.
But I realize that from what you're saying, you also compose with the same instrument.
Yeah.
So when you hear Masese music, it's original music, although it's being played on a traditional instrument.
Yeah.
So, if I may ask you, what other music influences were you listening to, other than just music from your own tribe?
When I was growing up, I used to listen to, some reggae songs from, South Africa, Pop Marley, Alpha Blondy, there was Yvonne Chaka Chaka, Brenda Fassie, and of course a lot of Benga music from Nyanza province, Kolela Masese, and all those guys. And but in recent times, I've been listening to other forms of music like hip hop. But where I grew up in the village, I never really knew what hip hop was. But here I'm in the city, and there's hip hop, and we got to listen to all these types of music, and some are good and some.
If you had to work with any artist, name me which artists, 3 or 4 artists that you'd like to work with.
Well,
regardless of who they are.
Yeah, well, there's the Olukoflani Momau. It's easy to work with them, especially when it comes to the themes that they tackle. And also their beats also, some are similar to what we can play in Obukano. There's Wainaina as well. His music is good. He's able to sing from any climate, any environment. Abi, Tinda, Samon Diek, Papa Mal, Yuzundur. Yeah, there are guys, there are quite so many artists that if I had to choose, if I could have all of them, I could work with them. Yeah.
And what's your future plan?
I want to go to studio and make this music in a disc format. I want this music to reach to a wide audience. Then after that, I want to embark on another project, to go to studio and make my audio poetry, and also to be able to be available to many people. And of course, to publish my book.
And have you done any recordings like that?
Yeah, I have samples of recordings that are not mastered. They are not mastered. They are not well mixed. So
just anybody who's watching Culture TV wants to get in touch with you, what's your contact?
If you want to get to me, my email address is grandmastermasese@yahoo.com. On my phone number, which is 0724 166 524.
Do you have a website, MySpace?
Yeah, I have a MySpace. That's myspace.com/. Grandmaster Masese. And then on my blogspot, of course, where you can read some of my work, my poetry, grandmasterobukano.blogspot.com.
Africa to diaspora, the African connection, culture television.